Now, folks, I want to talk about something that is going to destroy you if you're not careful. If you've been listening to the Hour of the Time, you know you don't hear anything on this program that hasn't been documented. And if it hasn't been documented, we tell you that we can't document it and that it is rumor or that it is unsubstantiated. But we've got a whole bunch of people out there running around like chickens with their heads cut off who claim to be patriots, spreading disinformation, misinformation, lies, and just outright bullshit all over this country. And it had better stop, because it's got a lot of you doing exactly what the enemy wants you to do, running around chasing your tails, getting scared, figuring out where you can hide because you just can't handle all this information that's telling you what's coming down tonight and what's coming down tomorrow and all this kind of stuff. It's got to stop, folks. I'm going to give you an example of it right now. I've been getting reports since May the 3rd from everybody in the world who has absolutely nothing to do with the White House, the government, or the military, that President Clinton signed an executive order on May the 3rd, putting all United States military under the control of the United Nations. And they say that the executive order is, let me see, right here. They say that this is Presidential Decision Directive Order number 25. Only number 25? I mean, how many presidents have we had anyway? And they're only up to number 25? Most of you people have had no experience whatsoever in evaluating raw intelligence information. Most of you can't even use your common sense. And I'm going to tell you right now, if this is a top secret, classified, Presidential Decision Directive Order number 25, how come all these people who work on farms know exactly what it says, but people who work in the White House don't? I'm trying to get across to you folks that you better get your heads out of your ass, because you are your own worst enemies most of the time. See, everybody that's called me about this, I always say, how do you know? Oh, I heard it from so-and-so and so-and-so. How do they know? Well, they heard it from so-and-so and so-and-so. Do you have any documentation? No. Can you get anyone to certify under penalty of perjury that this is true and correct? No. Will you do it? No. You know why, folks? Because it's bullshit. That's why. If President Clinton had signed an executive order, top secret, on May the 3rd, 1994, assigning all United States military to the United Nations, none of you would know it. And I guarantee you that. Remember what I told you about leaks? There are no leaks. If there's a leak, it's intentional. And this has got you all running around chasing your tail. Chasing your tail. And there's troop movements all over the United States, folks. Yes, there is, because the United States is getting ready to go to war. And they may be getting ready to go to war against us, maybe even this year, but none of us knows it for sure. We must all be prepared every single moment to fight for our freedom, for our community, for our loved ones, for the Constitution. Now, I happen to know that most of you out there aren't ready to fight for anything because you're chasing your tails with these things all the time. You see, if you were ready, you wouldn't be chasing your tails and you wouldn't be doing all this nonsense. You're supposed to have a unit organized. Every person in that unit is supposed to have the proper equipment and gear to fight a prolonged guerrilla warfare against an enemy that will subvert the Constitution and enslave the American people. You should have plans, and you should have contingency plans in case your plans cannot be carried out or something goes wrong which keeps you from carrying out those plans. And you should have another contingency plan in case your contingency plan goes wrong. You should have prearranged places where you meet in case you all become separated or all of a sudden the city is cordoned off and roads are blocked. And you should have plans on how to get there. You should have caches of weapons and ammunition and food and medical supplies and clothing and everything else that you might conceivably need But you see, when I see you behaving in this manner, I know you're not ready. You're counting on maybe being able to get ready once you hear some baloney like this within a very short period of time. And I'm here to tell you, folks, that when the crap hits the fan, it's going to hit the fan instantly. It's going to be a total surprise. It will probably happen on a major national holiday when half of you are drunk and the other half of you are stuffed with food. And not even thinking about anything like this. And you're going to be totally unprepared. And they're going to kick your ass unless you get your head screwed on straight.